rapping, but I'm quiet when I'm near. Always plotting on the b****s and I'm plotting on my fears. We don't need no checks from the boys. We just need respect from the boys. We don't wanna fall in love by the force. So I just get the little re-drilling with the boys, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Titans are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Chargers, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go!
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. Third down here. The starting defense for the Titans.
And the man in the spotlight for me for the Tennessee Titans defense is Jarrell Casey, their defensive tackle. Turning the Pro Bowl into a perennial visit, this guy knows how to get upfield, a penetrator, makes a lot of plays in the opposing backfield, and also is excellent in the community in the Nashville area. The Tennessee Titans, man of the year.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Touchdown, Titans! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daquan Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers, because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Holding
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy? I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be touched down just shy of midfield. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Henry. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Left side caught by Diggs. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. They got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. They'll run it again with Henry. Uses the spin, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Play fake to Henry, now Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, Mariota again. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Third and long here for Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best torch, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll look to throw here. And it's complete. Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And oh, he coughed it up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go. Blue Lightning.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeremy McNichols, the running back, the intended target. And it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Mariota now to throw on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. 10 yards still left on second down. To the air again, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Titans are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Chargers won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Chargers with possession halfway through 1. Curse has got the catch here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 3-yard line. Chargers still on the field. They run here with Melvin Gordon, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Chargers with the early advantage. Titans on 2nd and 7. Mariota's on target here, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. The Titans tied up at 7. about halfway through the second quarter.
And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A first down throw for Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the run, it's McNichols. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Blue line.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, That's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go with McNichols to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go now. Boom,
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll set up the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Welch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw now on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one. But I don't think
back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Mariota now on 2nd down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now here's Suck about to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And that is incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The left side caught by Diggs. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now here's Suckabout to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They run forward with McNichols, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Melvin Ingram, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been great. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the ground, this is McNichols. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 7 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down. Time for a break. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's McNichols as they stay on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Looking to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Mariota to throw. And some room to maneuver. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. The Titans on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.